welcome everybody back to another week of the WVCW Weekly Recap Podcast. This is Hojo, and as we all know, as of about, looks like 50 seconds ago, it's now Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody. Want to be the first one from West Virginia Championship Wrestling to actually legitimately wish you a happy Halloween. Halloween's turned out to be a pretty big day for us. We're going to go back and look at what aired today on the CW out of Bluefield on channel 10 and 18. I'm not sure what the channel is on Chantel, but we can find that out later. I'm sure someone will give me that information. But big episode, special Halloween episode. Cody Green marked it in the calendar, so we knew what day it was. We knew which episode was going to air the day before Halloween. And I think we brought you a bit of a barn burner. If you notice, now actually there will be some on Spotlight and some on the actual TV episode, but you can see the fans, referees dressed up. Everybody was having a good bit of Halloween fun, and it's all for you so that you can get some enjoyment out of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Show started off. Eric Foster in a jacket that reminds me of the day I was born. Most likely because there was probably a man in the waiting room with my father who was wearing said jacket. It was the god-awfulest, ugliest thing you ever saw. A maroon monstrosity like no other. Howard Cosell would not have wore this thing. But anyway, I digress, because beside Eric Foster was Eric Sinclair. And Eric Sinclair will never give up, even if you can't see him, even if he is Eric Sainta. So you just have to see it, folks. It's something. I mean, it almost made me go back to drinking heavy. But they opened up the show, had a few choice words for each other and a few other people, and then we threw to the opening credits, which this week was a special montage, a special Halloween montage. It'll be seen this one time probably will not be seen ever again. So if you get a chance, don't skip over it. Check it out. It features a background. It features some of the recent footage plus a background from Lake Shawnee down there at the old amusement park. You see the old Ferris wheel. Our broadcast partners, the Nerdies, they were down there last year and did a big with Appalachia Paranormal. Did an investigation, public demonstration, much like they're doing this season in Hinton, and they did last weekend in Green Valley. So, check that out. It was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that part of it. It's nice to see something local get used, and especially for this time of season. I mean, my kids, I'm really beginning to wonder if Christmas or Halloween is the biggest holiday, because yeah, they like the presents, but my lord, they like strangers' candy too. It makes me worried about the world. I kind of think we ought to just keep them at the house because of that. But anyway, first match out of the gate, my partner Eric Sainta in his lovely hat and shirt and shorts, taking on Nojo. Now, you heard me correct there, folks. Not Hojo, but Nojo. So, I guess we need to explain what a Nojo is. For every intent and purpose, a Nojo is J.C. Dykes Jr. wearing a pair of red trunks, much like mine, wearing a dollar store wig, unlike anything I've got going on, a t-shirt wrapped around his head for some odd reason, I guess to hold his wig in place. And truly, you can see the whole demonstration of what he thinks Hojo actually is. If you check out the Daily Blast from yesterday, that'd be the Daily Blast for October 29th. Once again, the production crew has put that lovely song Yakety Sax underneath a network highlight, and it's so fitting. It is so fitting. Unfortunately, we can't get away with what the Benny Hill show could, so there will be no bared breasts unless they're male. But anyway, Nojo versus Sainta. And, of course, Nojo had his notorious manager, Slick Willie. He had devil horns and a little mobster outfit on. He was quite dashing. I'm sure Patterson loved that outfit when he was at the party the night before. But Match went to a decision for Nojo after Mr. Lavelle exposed the turnbuckle and Eric went head first into it. It's one of those things you can't fault Eric for it happening. It was, and truly, I'm beginning to wonder. Um, I asked referee Cody Green, what his assessment of the situation was, and he said that he did not realize Lavelle had done it. He thought it was just an equipment malfunction, and at which point you try to make it safe, but he has to call the action. So we'll go with that for now. I have no doubts that Cody Green is telling the truth on that. Now after that, we had an interview with the OSE, Danny Ray, Dave Scott. They came out dressed like the Universal Heartthrobs. And Sean Cruz came out dressed like Scotty Blaze. Now, Dave Scott and Danny Ray, that's gamesmanship. Dress up like your opponents. Da 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 da. Cruz stepped over a boundary. I mean, he stepped over the first boundary because he's been taking a stick and poking Blaze with it, and a sharp stick too. But he's been poking. Excuse me. This week, it's not a stick. Sean Cruz took a metal rod, took it to the lathe. He sharpened a point. He then went and cut the end off of an extension cord, hooked it up to said rod, and proceeded to shove it right in Scotty Blaze's eye, trying to electrocute him through his eyeball. Because Blaze has been through a lot of hardships this year. I mean, he's had his own medical conditions, 2 heart attacks. His brother had a heart attack. He lost his father this year. And here's Cruz coming out dressed as Blaze, claiming that Blaze is only using this to get sympathy. That's all his father's death meant to him, was a little bit of sympathy from the fans. And all I'm going to say is, now we'll get to Blaze's response to this here in a minute. I'm not going to try to put my words into Blaze's mouth about how he feels about this. We're going to go ahead and play the interview that Blaze discusses Mr. Cruz in. But you're a damned idiot, boy. That's all I got to say. You're a damned idiot. Because you're not man enough to win this fight. And it's going to end badly for you. And most likely involve a coloscopy bag. But let's get to Blaze's words right now, and then we'll come back and review the match between the OSE and the Throbs. And Blaze.
Sean Cruz, you just took this from being professional to being personal. You want to talk about family? You want to talk about my father passing? You're going to be lucky I don't murder you in this ring tonight.
And, I mean, who can blame Blaze? I mean, it's too far. But we're going to go back. We're going to talk about the match now. So we had a 6-man tag team match. OSE, Dave Scott, adorable Danny Ray, and Sean Cruz versus Universal Heartthrobs, handsome dancing Rip Manson, the good doctor Roger Ham, and the Heat Miser Scotty Blaze. Now, this match was what you would expect. The grudge is there, but on all 6 men's part, and it's escalating. I'm not sure what's going to come of this on any front. But the match swung around, worked around, and we finally ended up, after everything broke down, Cody Green lost complete control. No fault of his own, but lost complete control. And Sean Cruz was getting ready to blast Scotty Blaze with a chair. Blaze was able to circumvent that situation, got a hold of the chair, and just blasted all over Cruz's back with that chair, and then proceeded to try to choke him out with it. Heartthrobs got him off of Cruz, and that was that. But I don't think this is the end of anything. I don't believe that the end is in sight anytime soon. But Mr. Cruz, I will reiterate once again. You messed up, boy, and your medicine is coming. I really don't see this ending well for you. So we'll go ahead. We'll skip the commercial right now, and let's go ahead and talk for a few more minutes about Spotlight. Spotlight today, another special Halloween episode, including footage that didn't make it to the regular TV episode, Halloween special, if you will, and a lot of the little lost nuggets from around matches from the Halloween episode. There was an Elvis sighting, and among other things. But we'll start out. First match on Spotlight this week was Stephen Sting Michaels. I like to refer to it as Stingfin Michaels, taking on Mad Dog Lynch. Now, the commentators, Eric Foster and the Nerdy 30s, members Jeff Griffith and Tony Rife, were having issues with what exactly or who exactly Mad Dog Lynch was. Now, me personally, I seen the footage. I seen it that night. If he wasn't a Mad Fraggle, I don't know what he was. He looked like the big feminine Fraggle. I can't remember her name, but the tall one. And yeah, I mean, he looked like a Fraggle. If you're too young to know what a Fraggle is, go on YouTube, man. Fraggle Rock was the bomb back when I was younger. Yeah. But anyway, so we had Stephen Michaels taking on David Lynch. A good little match. God bless Stephen's heart. He tries. Lord, he tries. But the match, it's a nice little back and forth affair, and then all of a sudden here come the network. They jerk Mikey out. They dump him on the floor. David chases him off. Stephen Michaels picks up a win over Mad Dog Lynch because of outside interference from the network. And the thing of it is, neither one of them was happy about it. And I'm sure the network was just gloating and tickled that they had done something special. Nah, not really. Because honestly, nobody really cares about you. We've all figured out, Mr. Lavelle, that your change adds up to about $1.20, if that much. And $1.20 barely buys you a hamburger anymore. And it's one of them gut bombs from McDonald's if it does. And those things are never pleasant. Going down, coming back out, it's just ugly. And that's pretty much what the network has in store, a lot of ugliness. But after that, we went to some interviews, some statements from people who are going to be at Golly Bridge this Saturday night, November the 2nd. Big fundraiser we're doing for the school there. Elementary kids need playground equipment, some safe stuff to go play on. You got some antiquated equipment, they need to replace it. And we're going in, we're going to help them raise some money. Now, there's a lot of big matches. We'll get to most of that later in the last part of the program when we're going over future events, which there's another event added this week. It's been leaked out there a little bit here and there. We'll get into that hardcore and heavy later in the episode. But after that, replay from a couple weeks ago of that darned idiot Cruz, and he's going up against your WVCW West Virginia champion Scotty Reigns. I think we've discussed this match before, and unfortunately it doesn't end any different this time I watched it than the last time I watched it. It all ends with a big punch right to the testiculars. You're an idiot, Cruz. Just hang it up. If I was you, I would go into hiding. I would contact the FBI, and I would say, please, let me get into the witness relocation program. I saw Jimmy Hoffa kill John F. Kennedy. Whatever it takes, you best get your ass somewhere where nobody can find you. But after that, we got a little bit of bonus footage of my partner, Eric Sainta, and or Eric St. Cena, or however you want to say it, whatever feels good to you, however it rubs you. And we're going to get to Eric's got some strong words after that for George South. I think I'll let Eric speak for himself, and but we'll go ahead and we'll before we get to that, we'll go ahead and talk about the main event of the Spotlight episode, and it's a special one. You know, we've been slowly leaking footage from Fall Brawl, and I'm kind of glad and I'm kind of heartbroken that this one finally made it to be on Spotlight. It's the Hojo Dykes 3 from the Fall Brawl, the night that Willie Randall Hickam Bottom Lavelle Machiavellian, whatever you want to call him, the scum-sucking dog threw fire in my face. Paybacks are a bitch. They're coming. And your little Bucko 5 ass ain't going to be able to handle it. But you might want to check that out. A lot of people haven't got a chance to see that yet. Now, if you didn't, this match has actually been aired once before. If you go back and look on the timeline, you can look on my personal timeline. I just look for Chris Foran on Facebook, or you can go to the TV sites, Facebook / WVCW TV, and look for the Golly Bridge preview. Now, what this is a little half-hour showcase show previewing the event this Saturday, and it's just a little look ahead. A lot of interviews that you haven't maybe hadn't seen, and a couple matches. The match from Fall Brawl that's on Spotlight this week, and a replay of the match between Benny Conley and Baron Bullard that set up the big rematch this Saturday night. So, just get a chance, check it out. It is about 26 minutes long, so it's not something that you can just pop on for 5 minutes and gee, it's done. It's not Blast. That's what Blast is for. This is a showcase. It's something to just get your blood pumping, get you ready to go. But now we're going to get to Eric's words for George about this show Saturday night in Golly Bridge, West Virginia, at the old high school. It's now the community center. It's right across the road from the elementary school, and we'll let Eric speak for himself. And after his words, we'll be right back.
Y'all come on out, buy a ticket, come on out, see us, support these kids, get them their playground equipment. But more importantly, on a selfish note, George South, you finally have stopped dodging me. You've made lots of comments, you've made lots of statements, and they seem to be directed at myself and the Outlaws. You, George, are my mentor. I've looked up to you for years, and I can't believe you're saying these things. You don't want to sit down, you don't want to have a talk, you don't want to share a Mountain Dew and a slice of pizza and talk some things through. So maybe the best thing we can do is just have a match and settle like two wrestlers. Golly Bridge, November 2nd, 7 p.m. bell time, Community Center, George South. I'm going to get my hands on you. At the end of the night, when I pin you to the mat, then, maybe then, you'll want to sit down and have a pizza and a Mountain Dew and talk about what our problems are. But come November 2nd in Golly Bridge, George, one way or the other, I will see you there.
Appalachia Paranormal will be giving a paranormal tour of downtown historic Hinton, West Virginia on Saturday, November 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. For more event information, visit facebook.com/Appalachia Paranormal. Appalachia Paranormal would like to wish you and your family a very safe and happy Halloween.
West Virginia Championship Wrestling, which I am destined to put them in the idiot bag, but Bullet, they do things right. And I kind of hate that. I mean,
I was going to grab it.
I'm telling you, get ready. It's a quick hand there too, Bullet. But, I mean, they pay me, they feed me. It's got a good little show. They got their own little TV show there. I get to sell some gimmicks. Sold about 4 or 5 books up there. So, man, I love it.
November 2nd, Golly Bridge, West Virginia. Baron Bullard, I'm coming to whoop your ass.
Time's a funny thing, Benny Conley. It's like death. Do you want to know when you're going to die? Well, you got a benefit. It's a gift and a curse. See, because you know, November 2nd, I'm coming back for a second dose. I got my first helping of you a couple of weeks ago. Weeks, months, that doesn't matter. Because I'm going to be here later on. But after November 2nd, just may be your last time in Princeton and West Virginia Championship Wrestling. Because I'm much like a professor. I'm going to give you a history lesson. History off the pizza itself. So, expect a 1, 2, 3, and be looking at the lights, my friend.
And we're back. We're talk about Golly Bridge this Saturday night, November the 2nd. Golly Bridge, 7 o'clock bell time. Come on out. Community Center. Old high school, right across from the elementary school. We're going to raise some money, get some playground equipment for the kids. Big match is already signed. George South versus Eric Sinclair. You heard a little bit something from George, heard a little something from Eric. Baron Bullard versus Benny Conley. Going to be a hot one. Me, Hojo versus J.C. Dykes with a chance to get a title shot. You know I'm coming hard. Halen Taylor, match 5. You got to be in Golly Bridge to see match 5, folks. And there's a couple more contenders matches. Come on out, big night of action. Now, we've got some more announcements to make. We just announced the other day, I think we may have mentioned last week, that there's a partnership now with Next Dimension Wrestling Alliance. Now, this is a small promotion that's based out of Greenbrier County, and we're going to be helping them with some shows. They're going to be bringing in some talent from the TV. The first event is going to be November 23rd in Ronceverte, West Virginia at the old junior high school. The Lions Club is in charge of the gym now, so the actual name instead of the old junior high school is the Ronceverte Lions Club Gym. But it's going to be a big night of action. I've already been informed that my services are wanted. J.C. Dykes Jr. will be there, along with his brother, M.C. Dykes. The Dykes Riot Squad making their first tag team appearance in about 2 years in Ronceverte. Mad Dog David Lynch has been signed to appear. Now, all of us are hometown boys, per se. We all grew up within about 20 miles of this building. Also appearing as a hometown boy, Connor Long. We've been missing him for the last couple months at the TV tapings. He's going to make it to Ronceverte. If you want to see Connor Long, come out that night. You'll get your chance. It's going to be other top contenders. Benny Conley is going to be in the house. Halen Taylor. I think the whole entire network. Slick Willie himself's going to be there. You just never know who may show up. We'll have more information on that in the coming weeks. But it's going to be a big night. A little bit different pricing, but a little bit the same. $7 tickets, folks. We all know that. $7 tickets, that's what you pay at the TV tapings. But here's the difference. Children 12 and under instead of 5 and under. So, you got that preteen. You got a couple of them preteens. Come on out. You're going to get them in for free. Now, it's going to be a big night of action. First time, it's one of those star return things. This will be my first time back wrestling in Ronceverte since 2010, I believe. I believe that's the year it was. Last time I was in Ronceverte, I faced off against the Mass Superstar. It was truly a special night for me. Mass Superstar was one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a child, and I'm so happy to be going back to Ronceverte, West Virginia once again. Now, it's going to be a good one, folks. You don't want to miss this one. It's November 23rd, 7:30 bell time at the Ronceverte Lions Club Gym, the old junior high school. If you know where the firehouse is up on the hill, it's right beside it. If you know where the gym is in Ronceverte, pretty much, you know where it's happening. And that's what it'll be. It'll be happening that night. Now, November 9th, we're back at the Rec Center for another huge TV taping. Now, I'm not sure what all's going to go on, but I do know one thing for sure. We're going to have Frank Parker making his West Virginia Championship Wrestling re-debut. First time he's been here since, well, let's see, it's 2013 right now. Since 2011, folks, over a 2-year hiatus since Frank Parker has been in the house, and he's coming back. He was at the Fall Brawl, and he's been petitioning the board of directors. He's been saying, please, I want to come in and I want to win that belt because I deserve to be the champion. I've pinned every top contender in West Virginia Championship Wrestling. Now, what strikes me as funny about this statement is I would consider myself to be a top contender. Now, I don't get the title matches, but I would consider myself to be a top contender. And I can honestly tell you, me and Frank Parker have never faced off. But you know what? Maybe someday soon, with him coming back to West Virginia Championship Wrestling, I'll get a chance to face off with Frank Parker and prove to him that maybe he ain't the top contender he thinks he is. Now, what else is going to be happening at this TV taping? Well, if Daniel Halen this Saturday night in Golly Bridge can win match 5, That'll force match 6 at the TV tapings on next Saturday. That's right. Daniel is in sudden death, and he has to win the night. Well, excuse me, he has to win Saturday night just to have a chance to compete next Saturday night in this best of 7 series. So we're wishing him the best. We're going to be, it's going to be full bore, and you just never know what else you may see. Now we'll have more information on what's going on at the TV taping next Wednesday night. We'll get it all out there to you because we know you're interested. Now, you're saying, okay, so we got a show on the 2nd, we got a show on the 9th, we got a show on the 23rd. What about the 16th? I don't know, buddy. I'm sitting at the house on the 16th. But I'm sure there's some top-notch action out there, and if I can find out where it's at, and if one of our WVCW stars is on that show, I'll let you know about it next week. So, what else is going to happen next week? I'm going to be talking to you, obviously. I'm sitting here with the motor mouth right now. But I'll tell you what else is happening. Go back and find this, folks. Last night, on Tuesday night, Daniel on the Lion's Den. Now, this is on every week. Same on the WVIPW channel. It's the one that hosts the Art of Change podcast also. Go back and find Daniel on the Lion's Den. Go to the TV page, WVCW TV, on the Facebook.com/WVCW TV. Find it. Finest show yet from this young man. He had a guest this week. West Virginia champion Iceman Scott Rains. And they went for a half hour, folks, and they didn't even get close. They went one-on-one for a half an hour. So guess what? Next Tuesday night, same bat channel, same bat time, only a little bit different. Starting at 11 o'clock next Tuesday night, they're scheduled to go. They have got up to 2 hours of streaming time allotted so that they can sit and talk to you. And let me tell you, they had a wonderful conversation. You really got to know both of them, and you go back, you listen to the first 30 minutes from last night, and you show up next week, and you're going to learn even more. A lot of good information. I'm sure Daniel will be talking about the events this upcoming weekend when he gets around to it. So just remember, folks, there's a lot of content out there. And while I don't agree with him, if you want to hear what the network's got to say, tune in Thursday nights at 11 for the Art of Change podcast. Now, you just never know how much change Willie's got in his pocket to feed that phone booth, because you know he's calling from one of them 50-cent call anywhere in America deals, because he's too cheap to get a phone line here in America. So, check it out, 11 o'clock on the same Blog Talk channel. You can look at the TV page, West Virginia Championship Wrestling TV. It's WVCW TV on the Facebook, Facebook.com/WVCW TV. Now, I just got a couple minutes left. I wanted to reach out and tell y'all how much we appreciate you listening. How much we appreciate you watching the TV. How much we appreciate you coming out to these live events. Because, without you, we would be nothing. We would just be a bunch of guys trying to live out a dream with no way to do it. So thank you. And I'm trying to think if there's anything we've missed. I'm going over my notes. I think we got it all in, and we got a little bit of time left. Now, if I wanted to, I could start singing a song, but we're not going to do that. What I will do is reiterate these dates one more time. This is a big month for West Virginia Championship Wrestling, folks. November has turned into a mega month. We got 3 events. This Saturday night, November the 2nd, in Golly Bridge, West Virginia, a fundraiser for the elementary school and the PTO up there. We're going to raise some money, get some kids some playground equipment. Next Saturday night, November the 9th, big TV tape in Princeton, West Virginia. You got to be there to see it. It's hard to tell what all may go down, because if you've been to a TV taping before, you just never know what will happen next. And then on November the 23rd, co-promotion with Next Dimension Wrestling Alliance. WVCW stars appearing, Ronsport, West Virginia, at the old junior high school. And with that, until we get a little something else, we're going to call it a night. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. And until next week, keep your sticks on the ice.